Hello again, Belmont artist. It's so great to see you again. I said see you again. I'm still not seeing you, but hopefully we will get to soon. Today we got a pretty simple project for you, but I think it's going to turn out really neat. I did something a little bit with the younger grades, and I'm going to make a little change for you to make this a little bit better. We're going to start off with a piece of paper. And the very first thing we're going to do is you're going to write a letter or two letters, but a big bubble letter of, like I'm going to do the letter F for Fender. So you can do the first letter of your name or your initials, but I'm just going to do the letter F, and I'm going to do pretty big right here in the middle of the paper. I'm going to do a great big letter F. Then I'm going to put my marker down. You can use pencil, crayon, pen, whatever you have, but I'm going to start with that. Now we're going to do something to make the background a little bit random. Random means there's no set way to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this paper and we're going to start folding it. We're not going to fold it like a card. We're going to fold it at different angles. So I'm going to just start by folding right across like that. Then without unfolding it, I'm going to keep folding in different ways. Fold there. I'm going to fold this side in. Fold this piece in. And you don't need to do it the same way as me. This is random. It's just however it turns out. I'm going to do two more folds. I'm going to do one here. And then I'm going to do one here in the middle. Now we want to make sure we push those folds down real good so that when you open this paper back up, you can see the folds. I've got some wrinkles right there. I need to be careful of those. But I'm going to open this back up, and now I have wrinkles. Well, I do have some wrinkles. I don't need those. But I have these folds all over. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to take, I'm using my marker, but I'm going to take my marker, you can use a pencil or anything else, and everywhere where there's a fold, except through your letter, you're going to trace that fold. So I'm going to follow these fold marks wherever they go across the paper. Now this one's interesting. I've got this one here. You see this fold mark goes right through. It kind of stops there. And they'll stop in different random places because of the way we folded on top of folds. And some lines that were straight will go crooked when they hit other folds. Just make sure you don't go through your letter. So I'm going to keep going over each one of these fold lines. And see, I think as long as you don't try to fold it the same way every time, if you do this different times, you will always come out with different results. It can be very hard for this to come out the same if you're not trying to. That made like a kite shape right there. That's pretty cool. Just a few more left. See that fold? I would have thought that line would keep going, but it turns. Actually an extra fold right there. This one goes here. This one goes here. Oh, look at that. So what you've done is you've made the letter that you chose as the centerpiece and then a background behind it. Let's see, is that I missed one right there. I thought so. Yeah. So then once you're done, you want to make sure that you smooth it out. Now I was coloring with crayons earlier and I just noticed I've got some crayon shavings up here, but I'm going to try to smooth out my paper from where I folded it, make it flat again. And then very simply, we're going to color in however you want to. I'm going to do the F, my letter, in a solid color, and I'm going to make it good and dark. Now, I think I'm going to do something that's going to be pretty bold. I'm going to do purple. Now, I said I'm going to make it good and dark, but the first thing I'm going to do, and you might want to try this too, is I'm just going to lightly do the whole letter. I'm not trying to do it perfect, I'm just doing it lightly in that one color that I chose. Not like I said, I chose purple. And then I'm going to start going dark around the corners, around the edges. And that gives it a pretty neat effect when you do that. You notice I'm always twisting this paper around. I'm sure on video it's a little bit dizzying, but that keeps me from having to change the angle of holding my pencil. So then I'm going to make that edge even a little bit darker. And so then what happens when you do that, make it real dark, real heavy lined around the outside, and have it go lighter as it goes in. It almost gives it like a 3D appearance. Look at that. Yeah. So I have my letter all filled in. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to color these shapes all different colors. I'm going to try to use all my colors, and by using all my colors it's going to be a very colorful picture. There's not going to be any white left over. We're going to go all the way out to the edge on everything. So I want you to just choose a color, and here's a challenge for you. We've got shapes that have matched up or run into each other everywhere. What I'm going to challenge you to do is try not to have any color touching the same color. So I'm doing this. This is red. Sometimes this almost looks like a orange red or a red orange. So I'm going to do this red right here, and I do not want it to be touching red anywhere else. So I don't want red touching. Now it can just be beside each other on the corner if I need to. But right now I'm just going to do red. And then I'm going to grab another color and I'm just going to keep coloring until I've filled the whole thing. So you can either be working on this while I'm working on it, or you can go ahead and just watch to the end and then do yours. But right now I'm just going to speed up the process a little bit, and then I'll come back to you in just a minute. And there we go. So as you can see, very simple little project, but it actually looks really cool. It almost looks like a stained glass window or something like that. And I've got this whole thing colored in, nothing white. Now I could have taken more time to color in better. I admit that I was rushing because I didn't want to just have this video go on and on even after I sped it up. So this is what I want you to try, and I would love to see it. If you're following along, I always want to see your art that you've made, so hold on to it. Some people have been able to send me pictures of it through email. Some people haven't figured that out, and that's okay. But some people, or some students, are actually just bringing them to the Google Meets and showing me on the Google Meet, and I love to see it. I hope you're doing some art, and I'll see you next time.